And this is something that a subscriber sent in to me, actually. Now, you'll remember we've been covering over the last 12 months, 18 months maybe, various different yacht groundings in Hawaii, specifically Maui for some reason. There must be obviously a lot of yachts concentrated in that area, and of the massive expense that the DLNR has had to spend to recover these vessels, because a lot of the vessels that have been owned by private individuals have actually been uninsured for salvage. So what's happened is that in terms of the last one, which was a former US Navy vessel called Chaparral, that vessel, the owner just basically walked away and said, I can't afford to pay for that, and therefore I'm not having anything to do with it. And it left the DLNR to deal with that salvage, and it cost them over $800,000 to have that vessel salvaged. Now, whether or not that was a fair, I know there was a lot of comments about that they got charged too much money, but they're in a situation where what do? They put it out to private salvage operators, and that was the best quote they got. There was the most high-profile one would have been the yacht from last year. The guy was a yacht charter company, and his yacht ran aground on the reef there, and it was there for an awful long time, wasn't it? A few months, and eventually it was pulled off by a salvage company and dragged out to sea, and then it sank. So those two incidents alone cost the DLNR almost $2 million. It may have even been over $2 million. I don't remember the amount for the first story. Well, in light of all of that happening, there has been a memo that's just gone out, or it's a notice to all the boat owners, and it says that beginning on the 1st of May 2024, the following requirements will apply to all recreational and commercial mooring permits within a state, small boat, harbour or boating facility, including regular mooring permits, temporary mooring permits and offshore mooring permits. And it says vessel owners must show proof of insurance when applying for, reapplying for or renewing mooring permits, and must continue to maintain valid insurance during the validity of the mooring permit. Insurance must cover general liability, protection and indemnity with a limit of not less than $500,000 for recreational permittees and $1 million for commercial permittees. I've never heard the word permittee before. But anyway, insurance coverage must also be in a form and content to ensure that removal and salvage of a grounded or sunken vessel are covered. That's the big, the big developments, isn't it? With a limit not less than $100,000. The State of Hawaii Division of Boating and Ocean Recreation, which is part of DLNR, must be named as additional insured. The insurance declaration, certificate of insurance, insurance cover page, and other equivalent cover documents must state that coverage will include salvage and removal of a grounded or sunken vessel with a limit of at least $100,000. So it says, please be aware that any owner and or operator who grounds or sinks a vessel in Hawaii waters will be liable for reimbursing DOBAR for costs of removal and salvage if uninsured, or if costs exceed the limits. So there you go. So now, from the 1st of May, all vessels must have appropriate insurance. I can't believe that this was not already in place. I find that very, very hard to believe that wasn't, but apparently it was not. So yeah, from the 1st of May, people have to have appropriate insurance. It's still a little low, isn't it? It says $100,000. I mean, that last one, the Chaparral, it cost DOBAR $820,000 to recover that vessel. But basically the last line of there says that anybody who doesn't have the appropriate insurance will be liable for the cost of salvage. So I would recommend that if you have based on the cost of $800,000 for that boat, if your boat's anywhere within the same size of that boat, I would say, then you probably should have insurance in the region of the same amount, because you could be liable for it and end up having to sell everything you own to be able to pay that money back. So that is a big development. Hopefully it will mean that the DLNR and DOBAR will no longer have to pay for these salvage recoveries, because that is it's unsustainable, isn't it, for the government to do it. I mean, the last incident, they said that they actually used up all the money they had in the kitty from, you know, money that they get from their mooring charges and stuff like that for small boat owners. So they spent the whole bank account on the removal of one vessel. So that's a very interesting update. Thanks very much for watching this video. You've been watching a Super Yacht News clip. If you'd like to see the full unedited Super Yacht News video, you can click on the link over here. You can also find our channel links below here. And if you'd like to see more shorter videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to this channel.